is supposed to be the right reaction going to half shield, but if they're slightly too slow, you will be able to cut on their hands. This is why when you go to half shield against the first board, you actually have to cover your hand. So you go to half shield as soon as it's about to strike. As you go to half shield, I have to shift my shield. I'm going to explain the tactical approach of 133 at the end of this class. I'm going to give a demonstration and explain it to you. We're going to keep on working on basic buckler stuff because that's what helps you to get better in your actual fighting. And then I'm going to go into detail about half shield. And on Sunday, those people who want to attend the Sunday class, that we're actually going to work with half shield. We're going to do actual 133 technique. But for now, one thing which is really interesting with cutting to the hand, if you have a shorter sword, you have this type 14 sword, then the cut to the hand works excellently, even when he starts to protect his hand, because you're a lot closer, can cut him that much from the outside. I can move my hand to the outside line very easily and still cut with a long edge, right? I'm closer to him because the distance is closer. Shorter blades make for a shorter distance. So the fighting distance is a lot shorter and you can still hit him with this cut with a long edge. Okay? With the longer sword, most of you have longer swords, the distance is wider, and because the distance is wider, I cannot cut him with a long edge that easily. Look. It's getting harder. Once again. This in the other side. Yes. It's getting harder. You can already just hitting the edge here, as I try to do it with the long edge. Now I advise you, if I have the longer sword, do this cut with the short edge. If I had used my short edge, I would be here. Long edge. Short edge. Okay? Why is this? When you cut with the long edge, it's difficult to, you can only move out your hand that much. If you use the short edge, you can move out your hand much further. So that's basically the same principle as with the Krummpow. Yeah, so if you have a longer, it's a bit strange right now as I explained it. Everybody gets that? Yeah? Once again. If you have a short sword, cut to the hand with a long edge. If you have a longer one, cut to the hand with a short edge. Coming from first, that works perfectly with the shorter sword. With the longer sword, I'm slightly further away from him. It doesn't work as good. I still cut here. But it's so much cooler to do it with a short edge. Because I have more reach. Because I can move my hand further to the left and cut into this unprotected side. So we're now going to train 3 simple combos that everybody can do at home, even without a partner, which is going to improve your fighting a lot. If you just train these combos, because one of my students says, who has been all through this first play with overbind, shield strike, push kick, and he knew how to do all this, never got there, because he said, you know, when the fight starts, I do one action, and you do like, hit me 7 times in that time. I do something and then I don't have a plan. I just know how to work within the 133 concept, but I don't really know how to perform a good plan A. So that's why I developed simple combos for you to train, and these work really well in actual sparring, as we are going to explore later on. Okay, so the first combo, we're going to use first board for our first combo that we're going to train. That's being in first ward. You strike with either the long edge or the short edge. If you're using a longer sword, strike with the short edge, yeah, as if you were striking to a hand, and then you move in and cut up into the face. So the actual action would look something like this. And you can, now if you're using the short edge, you can go to the hand as quickly as you want. This is a different attack than this one. We've already learned this one, which is a really cool one, striking here. Another option is striking at the hand. And this doesn't have to be that steep, because you don't gain any advantage if you go up and down again. So you just flick at his hand as quickly as you can, position your sword here, and now you move forward and Stichschlag upwards. That's the combo. Okay. See where my buckler is? Here, on this side, because that's where the sword is. This little one to get done. Good. Get your sword in the buckler and try it out. The falling under section, this is where the hand is, somewhere down here. Okay? In the manual, he does not twist his arm. Then again, this is fair enough, this is fine as well. You don't know if it's this way or this way. If you have a longer weapon, it's a good idea to twist the hand. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter for the falling under situation. Now we are not doing falling under, we're doing a combo which prepares you. So, mind you, whether you strike with the long edge or with the short edge, your hand has to be lower than his. Because when he charges at you, okay, maybe you just hit the cross cut, and he comes at you and thrusts you in the face. All you do is lift. He's going to cut himself. He's going to die. This only works if you get a really, really low bind or have your weapon very, very low. Doesn't work if I do something like this. If he now charges, I cut over him. Okay? So this combo is preparing you for falling under. In the real fight, you probably don't need any additional stepping. It goes like, the fight's over. Don't have your weapons down here to see how he dies. It's pointless. Yeah? Have your weapons high, otherwise he's going to cut to your head.